Well, e-bikers are killing us on the greenways. They're destroying them. At least that's what we keep hearing. Well, I'm going to give you 5 ways that we actually are screwing up the greenways, but I'm going to give you 5 ways of fixing that too, so stick around. Well, hello again, Internet. Welcome back to the channel. Yep, let's talk about e-bikes on the greenways. And there is some valid points that e-bikers are screwing up on these things, on the multi-use paths. And that's what we're going to talk about today. And I'm going to give you 5 ways that they're doing that. But I'm also going to give you ways of fixing all of them. Look at this beautiful greenway that we're on right here. And then we're going to talk about 5 benefits that you can get and that the community gets from having e-bikes being available on these things. So I'm here in the Raleigh area with the lovely, beautiful, talented Mrs. Southern Cycling. Say hello, darling.
Hi, all.
All right, let's just jump right into it. Way number 1. What you think there, Michelle?
I don't think today.
I can tell you, people are riding e-bikes like they are considered legal e-bikes or regular e-bikes, regular bicycles, anything that the industry calls an e-bike. If it's a Sur-Ron, they're riding it. If it's capable of going 50 miles an hour, they're riding it. And they feel like they should be treated like they're on a regular bicycle, and they just shouldn't. It doesn't fit the definition of any definition legally of a bicycle. They are destroying it on that. What do you think, Michelle?
I agree.
Yeah.
They're trying to put a pair of pedals on it and say it's a bike, and it's not. I think if they wanted to, they'd try and stick a pedals on a horse and say it's an e-bike.
Well, they have a better chance of getting a horse out here than they do some of these things legally. I can put pedals on that Kawasaki that I have. Does that mean I should be able to ride it down here? Or how about a KTM 450? So, yeah, what can we do about that? You know what? Spread the word out there of what is legal and what is not legal as an e-bike, and let people know. That would be way number 1. They're messing it up. What else are we doing? What do you think on that, Michelle?
I have no idea. I've got opinions about everything.
Okay. All right. All right. Way number 2 that they are messing up. We're going to duck down through the tunnel here, Michelle.
Okay.
Riding way too fast. We see this quite a bit with people on regular bicycles and people on e-bikes. What do you think, Michelle?
Yeah, absolutely. People, I mean, we're talking about an 85-pound bike here, or 50 to 85-pound bikes, and the bigger they get, the faster they get, the more they weigh. If you're going fast, you can't control it as easily.
Yeah.
And pedestrians can't jump out the way, nor should they have to.
And hey, this is called a greenway, not a raceway. Slow it down. Way number 3, they're destroying the reputation. And the reason I bring this up is because what it's doing is it's cracking down on people like Michelle and I that are riding these things like bicycles. But way number 3 that they're destroying them is the little motorcycle mentality. What do you think, Michelle?
Yeah, I mean, it goes back to the whole thing.
Yeah. And I keep, every time I start talking about throttles, I hear from everybody on the comments about, hey, I need that throttle to get back. People need that. I can think of some other arguments that people use, very rare circumstances, to try and justify it any time that they want. But I'll tell you, I almost did a video at one point throttling around on an e-bike, looking like I come right out of grease, just because it's that silly to me. I'll say it, I've said it before, I'll say it again. If I want to ride a motorcycle, I will ride a motorcycle. But if you do have a throttle on there and you need to use it sparingly. And don't use it when you're in crowds. That just destroys the reputation. And I'll clue you, e-bikes have a terrible reputation as it is.
That's why all the laws are coming out.
Yeah, yeah, that's exactly why the laws are coming out. So, yeah, I'm just going to say it, and I know I'm going to get slammed for this, but quite frankly, you guys have convinced me. Throttle should be on these e-bikes. You've convinced me about that because of people that just can't throttle. They just can't do it. You know what? If you're not physically capable of riding the bike, then you really don't need to ride it over about 15 miles an hour. So let's cap the throttles off at 15. Make them to where you can't go faster than that. Oh, man, I'm going to get bashed for that. You know, I really don't even care at that point.
And that you cannot remove the settings.
Yeah,
To take it over with.
I'd be okay with that.
15 miles an hour, it shuts down.
Reason number 4 that e-bikers are destroying the industry: lack of skill and trail etiquette. Oh, yep, there I said it. There I said it, yeah. Because how many times have we heard, it's a spandex crowd, they go running down there, they'll fly past me. And I agree with you, a lot of them do. But I'll clue you, I hear everybody say, I'd go 30 miles an hour on a regular bike. I want to see you come out on a flat ground and go 30 miles an hour and maintain that on a regular bike. You ain't going to do it. Because most of the people saying that are not in good enough shape to do that.
If you're using a throttle, I promise you, you're not going to be doing 30 miles an hour on the flat on a regular bicycle.
If you're using a throttle?
Yeah.
Not talking about a regular bicycle.
Well, I understand, but if somebody has to use a throttle.
Oh, yeah, that's well, you know, to be able to go 30 miles an hour on a regular bike and maintain it, you have to have a pretty decent level of, here's a neat little bypass through here. You have to have a pretty decent level of experience, and along with that experience comes skill. And yeah, I mean, I'm just going to say it. There's a ton of people out there riding e-bikes that don't know how to ride e-bikes. And I have seen them right here. And yes, there are some influencers out there that even call themselves e-bike experts, and they don't even know how to ride a bicycle. I mean, they really, truly wouldn't. They'll hop on the mid-drive and they don't know what to do with it because they're shifting gears. I don't want to shift gears. Are you kidding me? And you want to be going 30 miles an hour? Yeah, I don't think so. Yep, I said it, and I'm going to get bashed for it. Oh well, that's the way it is. So how do we maintain? How do we fix that? Learn trail etiquette. It's that simple. Learn some different things. You don't have to get years of. Going to be 2 of us coming by you on your left. Have a blessed day. You don't have to get years of experience to go out there and try and actively learn. I have actually rode with a road cycling group on my e-bike. Yes, my mountain e-bike, I rode with them just to kind of get the experience, to kind of bridge the gap between us. And I got along fine with everybody, and I'm sure some of them wouldn't have, but by the end of that ride, we were all getting along pretty decent together. But I did that to learn some different things. We're going to be doing a video, and maybe it's going to come out before this video, I don't know, but we're going to be doing a video that probably this week I'm going to shoot one on trail etiquette, trail rules, that kind of thing right there. But learn what to do. How do you learn that? Get on the internet, man. Use the internet for something good. Use the internet for something good. Another tunnel. What do you think there, Michelle? About the skill set. About the skill set. You know, I know I'm going to get bashed. Hey, it's the spandex crowd that's flying by everybody, but you know.
Well, as a as a hiker, I can verify that they do, but I can also verify that e-bikes do it too. But I've had less e-bikes do it than the cyclists have.
Yeah.
But I still think there's more cyclists than there are e-bikers.
Oh, there definitely are, but they have more skill than your average e-biker. Straight up.
Yeah.
Straight up. They have more skill than the average e-biker. I just said it. Oh man, am I going to hear about it from that?
So,
how y'all doing? Way number 5. Well, here's another one I hear in the comments. Hey, I'm going to do what I want. The man ain't going to hold me down. That's just the government trying to get money from us. That's all this is about. You know, how you doing? Don't be a Karen or a Darren. I mean,
And
straight up, who do you think you are? You think you have a
and
right
don't be
to travel here?
entitled. Don't be entitled.
Yeah, you think you have a right to come out here? Okay, then I guess I have a right to bring my motorcycle down here. I guess I have a right to bring a hot rod down here. I got a right to do whatever I want. I got a right to come and live in your house with you. Don't be a Karen. Oh man, I'm going to hear about it on this video. Oh well. But, you know, sometimes you just can't tell people what they want to hear. You got to tell them what you really truly believe. That's what I consider a man. Now, how can you fix that? What do you think there, Michelle? How y'all doing today? Better than we deserve, thanks.
Called manners.
Yeah, be a good ambassador. You know what? Quite frankly, if you're out riding an e-bike, and especially one that looks like an e-bike, you need to be more friendly than you typically would be. Put a good face on it, because there's enough bad faces, because of
Wow.
all these bikes that pass by Michelle. She just said a lot of cyclists pass by her. But you know, I'll tell you, probably 70% of people that are out on these trails don't know a regular bike from an e-bike. And when they see somebody fly past them, they assume they're on an e-bike a lot of times. And when they see somebody coming by them politely and they're slow, if you can see that that's an e-bike and they're being polite, that's going to change the attitudes of a lot of people. Because I'll clue you right now, if you took the average person, e-bikes are junk. And I hear everybody saying, hey, you ain't going to throw me off, and oh, change these laws, let them ride. They got to be able to keep up with traffic. You know, there's some other ways they can change them laws. They can take the bikes off of roads that are anything more than 25 miles an hour and say no bicycles are allowed on them roads. They can change the laws that way too if y'all
They've already
prefer.
done that in some places.
That's right. That's right.
I believe parts of New York have done that.
Be a good ambassador. Don't be a Karen. Be a good ambassador for e-bikes. Be more friendly.
And what does it hurt to be friendly?
That's right. It'll help your life.
What is it going to hurt for somebody to be kind and friendly?
That's right. That's right. So, all right. So we're not going to sit there and dwell on that, but let's talk about 5 benefits. How y'all doing today?
Good, how are you?
Better than we deserve. No, I'm going to say one more thing about that. You know, there's a lot of influencers out there that I have known that when they got started, they were saying, you know, hey, I'm passing you on the left. Now they're out there, they're doing reviews, and they don't even talk to people. How you doing today? When they're, you know, it's like they got to do their video, and that takes precedence, so they'll go past people at 20 miles an hour. I think that's pretty sad if you ask me. So, let's talk about the benefits of e-biking for the entire community. Well, one, me, a senior, this is helping me with health. I wouldn't be out here doing this as a senior if I was on a regular bicycle. I can tell you that right now. The assistance that I get on hills is what would be the game changer for me. So right there is a good thing for seniors or disabled people to be able to get out here and do some riding. Range. I can go out, Michelle and I can explore a lot farther with an e-bike and do it respectfully than we could ever do on a regular bicycle. So the range that you can get on them, I think they should be left out here. What else do we got? They encourage commuting, get some vehicles off of the roads, get some traffic congestion down. They encourage people to commute to work. You can get to work without working up a sweat. You know, you can't go in that way. So that's a big plus. Just what I started to touch on when we was talking about seniors riding, a healthier life. You know, you can, let's see, we're coming through this way here. You can get, how you doing today? You can get a lot of health benefits out of getting out here and riding an e-bike, more so than what a lot of people think. Even if you're out there mountain biking and you can go farther that way because you can get up the hills easier and stuff, you can get as much of a workout as anybody can when you're on an e-bike. What do you think, Michelle?
Yeah, I mean, only serious cyclists are out there hardcore in it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you got your pleasure bikers and everything. So,
And what's another 5 of them? Let's give them. You know what? Family. There are a lot of families out there where one of the members might be a cyclist and wants to be able to ride, but the rest of them would not be able to keep up. Or they have little kids. You can put a trailer behind an e-bike, much easier than
or
you
the
can
cargo
put
bikes.
one behind the behind an acoustic bike. Hello, puppy. How you doing? How you doing today?
No.
So you know, you can get it's something else that encourages families to get out there and do something together.
We've seen 3 or 4 e-bikers
doing
with
today?
those cargo bikes that had their kids on the back of them, taking them out
Yeah,
to
Yeah.
see stuff.
yeah. So but I think that's going to wrap it up right there. You know, I really didn't want to make this thing as long as we ended up making it here, but it is what it is. And yep, I said it. There are problems that e-bikers are given. Put your comments down below what you think. Maybe what we missed on. Maybe if you just want to bash me because I'm just no good because I said bad things about e-bikers. Ooh, boo-hoo, I'm going to cry. You know, put your comments down below.
Hey, Blaine,
Yeah,
e-bikes get banned, they're going to be crying.
that's exactly right. Even the ones that are saying, I'm just not going to listen. Two of us going to come by on your left. Have a good day. So yeah, that's going to wrap it up. If you like this and you want to see some more, hey, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you don't like it, well, hit the thumbs down. It doesn't matter. Nobody can see that anyway. So, all right. Hey, from right here in Raleigh, North Kakalaki, hey, this is Southern Cycling and Beyond. And
Misses of Beyond.
there you go. And what are we telling them, darling?
Stay safe.
God bless.
Don't have an attitude.
And keep the wheels rolling. Once again, we're out.